Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're headed back into the quantum universe, a universe in which you find a quantum computer that helps you build a 3D printer, and then helps you build a whole bunch of other cool stuff. I got a couple suggestions that I think I'm going to put together in this one, so let's check them out.
Hi, my name is Josiah, and I'm 8 years old, and I have a story request for the quantum series where you make a high-tech suit and you use it to defeat a trash monster. Bye, I love your podcast.
Well, Josiah, that is a great idea, and since I believe in some of the crossover episodes I did a while ago that Quantum has some sort of mech-suit, we're going to have to put that in. I also got this idea from Millie that I think could go along with it. Let's check it out too.
Hi, my name is Millie of Australia. I want a suggestion for quantum computer when somebody hacks into quantum and when you say think the quantum he ignores you.
Perfect, Millie, and I believe that is a great invitation to introduce an antagonist or like a bad guy into the quantum universe, because you always need someone to compete with to make a good story. If you have an idea for Dad's Bedtime Stories in any one of the universes we already do, or just an idea of your own that could stand alone or even become a new series, be sure to leave me a message on SpeakPipe. It's my favorite way to get messages because I can play your little voice clip at the beginning. But if you don't want to leave a message, there's still a Google form where you can write your ideas, and I always read that too. This podcast would not be possible if it weren't for your ideas. And while I can't make every single one, I do read and listen to every single one, and they always inspire me to do new things. And they give me a good idea about what the audience likes and wants. So please keep them coming, with the permission of your parents, of course. And now, it's that time again. Time for another possible word from a sponsor, in case we have one of those. Did we have one? I can never tell if we have one, because it kind of depends on where you live. Now, it's time to close your eyes, get as comfy as you can in that bed, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. Imagine yourself waking up in the morning inside your very own bed. It doesn't take you long to remember quantum. For a second, you wonder if the whole quantum thing was just a dream. And then you suddenly hear a voice coming from your watch. "Good morning," Quantum says. You lift your arm and see Quantum's little smiling face glowing on the watch. Good morning. Anything happen while I was sleeping? Of course. Several thousand things. You blink. Several thousand? That is technically correct. Were they good things? Mostly. That's not as comforting as you think it might be. The ocean cleanup fleet continues to expand. The mother sub has successfully printed additional collection units. The underground base remains stable. The hovercopters are fully charged. The starship has completed its overnight diagnostics. Also, one of the helper bots has attempted to make pancakes. You pause. Attempted to make pancakes? Yes, I have now banned that particular bot from the kitchen. Well, I guess I better go check everything out. You climb out of bed and press the button on your nightstand. Once again, the bed slides sideways across the floor with a smooth mechanical hum, revealing a glowing metal hatch underneath. You open the hatch, sit at the top of the shiny metal slide, and push off. Immediately, you shoot down into the tunnel. The slide twists and turns through glowing blue light. Your stomach jumps as it dips suddenly and then levels out, sending you smoothly into the underground base, the one that Quantum secretly dug and built beneath your home. You slide out of the bottom and come to a stop on the polished floor. The base looks even more complete than ever. The launch bay is lined with hovercopters and, of course, a giant spaceship. The huge 3D printer glows softly along one wall. Helper bots float everywhere, moving tools, polishing panels, welding things together, carrying energy tanks, and generally just doing what helper bots do. It's kind of like watching a small swarm of very busy metal bees. The living room area looks even cozier now. There's a soft couch, and the huge Quantum TV still sits in front of it. You walk over and see a plate, and on the plate is a pancake. At least something shaped like a pancake, only it's glowing for some reason. You look at Quantum's main screen on the wall. Is this the pancake that the helper bot made? Yes. Why is it glowing, you ask? That is one of the reasons the helper bot is banned from the kitchen. I'm thinking I probably shouldn't eat that pancake. No, you definitely should not. May I suggest using the food replicator instead? A little device lights up along the wall. A food replicator, you ask? Yes, it works in much the same way as the 3D printer. It takes matter and reorganizes it into the form of food. Any food in my database can be recreated into something edible that is exactly identical to the food itself. So it turns garbage and stuff into food? Essentially, yes, Quantum answers. You move over to the food replicator and start flipping through the screens. There's breakfast foods, lunch foods, dinner foods, foods of all different kinds. You pick one of your favorites, press enter, and glowing energy appears on the surface of the replicator. It forms itself into a plate and then into the food you ordered. You pick it up and take a bite. It tastes, well, exactly like you'd expect it to taste. As you eat, you turn to Quantum. What do you think we should build today? You ask. Quantum's screen brightens. I'm glad you asked. Now that you possess a starship, I believe it is time to construct some personal exploration equipment. Personal exploration equipment, you ask? Yes, for example, a protective spacesuit or exoskeleton. You stare at him. You mean like a mech-suit? That is a less precise term, Quantum answers, but yes, like a mech-suit. Your eyes go wide. A flying mech-suit? Eventually. With super strength? Of course. And built-in gadgets? Several. And armor? Obviously. You grin so wide your face almost hurts. Quantum, why haven't we built this already? Because we had many other things to build first. Fair enough, you say. A glowing blueprint appears on the giant screen. Then, the same design projects into the air in the middle of the base, made from bright blue lines of light. It's incredible. The suit stands taller than you, but not so huge that it looks impossible to move. It has powerful mechanical legs, reinforced arms, a thick chest frame, boosters on the back. The helmet looks smooth and rounded with a dark visor across the front. One arm has a tool system built into it. The other has a strange round device near the wrist, like a blaster of some kind. "Oh, what's that?" you ask. That is a multi-purpose blaster. It can produce different kinds of beams, including a freeze ray. "You built a freeze ray into the mech-suit?" you ask. "Technically, I designed a freeze ray for the mech-suit. It has not yet been built." "Quantum?" you say. "Yes. I believe you should start building this immediately." "That is the plan," Quantum responds. "However, I believe we should test the starship's mobile fabrication system at the same time. If you plan to explore space, it is important that the ship can build and repair equipment away from the underground base." "So you want to take the starship somewhere, collect material, and build the suit there?" "That is correct." "Where?" The screen changes to a map. A glowing dot appears outside the town, past some old industrial roads, in a place you've never quite noticed before. "This is an abandoned garbage dump," Quantum says. You make a face. That doesn't sound very heroic. Many heroic things begin at disgusting locations. I'm not sure that's true, Quantum. It is today. A few minutes later, you find yourself climbing into the Quantum starship. You pass the rear fabrication bay, humming softly, with a bunch of little helper bots locking into their docking stations. Quantum appears on the cockpit screen as you sit in the pilot seat. "Ready?" he asks. Ready." The launch hatch opens above the base and sunlight pours in. You pull up on the control and the starship rises smoothly from the underground chamber. It lifts past the house and into the sky as the hatch closes below, hiding the base as if it never existed. You press the button to switch into flight mode as soon as you're high enough. The engines glow and the ship blasts forward. You pass over forests, fields, roads, and rooftops. Soon, the town fades behind you and the land becomes rougher and emptier. And eventually, you see it, the abandoned dump. You pop back into hover mode. The dump stretches out across an old fenced-off area. Crumbling concrete buildings and rusty metal towers, piles of junk everywhere. Old appliances, broken pipes, twisted metal, plastic barrels, tires, wires, cracked machines, things that look like they might have once been cars, and of course, a whole bunch of sludge. Sludge that was probably once sandwiches or something like that. You lower the ship down over top of the dump. "Scanning," Quantum says as a soft blue light sweeps across the place. "Useful materials detected. Metals, plastic, rubber, glass, wiring, electronics, and several items that I strongly advise you do not touch. We have everything we will need to easily repurpose into a mech-suit." "All right. Perfect. Now, activate the starship's collector." You press a little button on the console and a collector beam shoots down at the ground. A cone of glowing energy shines outward, and pieces of junk begin lifting from the piles. They rise into the beam, break apart into shimmering particles, and flow into the ship's storage tanks. Inside the fabrication bay, the printer comes to life. You walk back to take a look. The first pieces of the exosuit begin to form. You stand just outside, watching with excitement as the helper bots fly back and forth. They grab parts as they print and begin assembling them on the platform. First comes huge legs, long silver mechanical frames locked together with blue glowing joints. Then the feet, then the chest frame, the arms. The helper bots work quickly, snapping pieces together, welding them, tightening joints, and, connecting glowing power lines and that sort of thing. This is amazing, you say. Thank you, Quantum replies. I thought it was a good idea. The suit starts to look real very quickly. Soon it stands on its own, though the chest is still open and the helmet hasn't been attached yet. Then something changes. At first, you see a light out of one of the windows. You move over to take a better look. You look at the ground around the ship, or below the ship, as it darkens slightly. A strange beam of purple-green light shines down from the sky. It's thin at first, almost like a laser pointer from space, and then it widens. The light spreads over the garbage dump. A refrigerator door creaks open by itself. Quantum? I see it. An old tire rolls across the ground. A bundle of wires slides over a pile of scrap like a nest of snakes. A broken washing machine rattles and tips forward. Quantum? Why is the garbage moving? I am currently analyzing that. That's not as good as already knowing. Pieces of trash begin dragging themselves together. Metal pipes roll into place like bones. Plastic sheets stretch across them like skin. Tires stack and twist. Wires wrap around the whole thing like muscles. A washing machine drum lifts up and locks into place near the top. More and more garbage joins it. The pile rises and rises and rises. Soon, standing in the middle of the dump is a giant, garbage monster thing, for lack of a better word. Its body is made of twisted metal and broken plastic. One arm is made of pipes and car parts. The other is a huge claw of scrap metal. Its head looks like an old machine drum with a jagged mouth of broken steel. Purple-green light glows in the cracks between the pieces, and you take a step back. Quantum? Yes. I don't think that's normal garbage behavior. No. The monster turns toward the starship. Then it charges. Its huge feet slam into the ground, shaking the whole dump. It swings one massive arm and smashes into the side of the floating starship. The shield flashes blue, and the whole thing shakes. You fall over. Shield integrity holding, Quantum says. For now. The garbage monster hits the ship again. Oh, what do we do? You ask. We cannot allow it to continue, Quantum replies. The signal appears to be programming the garbage into a temporary physical form. If it leaves this area, it may threaten nearby roads, forests, homes, or citizens. So we have to stop it. Yes. How? Quantum pauses. Then the chest of the almost finished exosuit opens wider. The main structure of the suit is operational. You stare at it. You want me to use the mech-suit? Yes. But it isn't finished. No. It seems important that it be finished. It's less important than being flattened by a garbage monster. It is currently in working condition, though there are improvements to make. Another huge crash shakes the ship in the air. You run towards the suit. The helper bots zip around you, making last-second adjustments to the thing. One of them attaches the helmet, another locks a glowing power core into the back. The chest frame opens up like a giant metal rib cage. Please step inside, Quantum says. Quickly would be ideal. You climb into the suit. The metal feet close around your shoes. Mechanical supports wrap gently but firmly around your legs. The arms fold around your arms. The chest plate locks in place. The helmet lowers over your head. And for a second, everything goes black. Then, the display lights up. You're suddenly looking through the suit's eyes somehow. Numbers, maps, and glowing outlines appear across your vision. You can see the garbage monster, the inside of the spacesuit, the helper bots flying around and out of the way. Movement sync initiated, Quantum says. You lift your right hand and the suit lifts its right hand. You move your fingers and the suit moves its fingers. It's as if you are the suit, more than as if you're controlling it. Oh, this is cool. Please focus, the monster is approaching. You watch as the monster approaches the ship and swings for another hit. You take a step forward and leap out of the back of the ship. The suit flies through the air and lands on the ground in front of the garbage monster. The ground shakes beneath your metal feet. The garbage creature swings, and you duck, barely in time. Its scrap metal fist roars over your head and smashes into a pile of old appliances behind you. Martial arts assistance activated, Quantum says. Martial arts assistance? You say. Basic defensive movement patterns are built into the ship. They should help you. The monster swings again, but this time, your suit moves almost before you think about it. You block with your left arm. Metal crashes against metal. The impact shakes through the whole suit, but you stay standing. Then, you punch. Your giant mechanical fist slams into the monster's chest. Garbage explodes outward. A hubcap flies into the air. A toaster spins past your shoulder. Something that might have once been a lawn chair clatters across the dirt. The creature stumbles back and roars with a really strange sort of grinding sound. More trash rolls in from nearby piles and attaches to its body, filling the holes you just made. Oh, come on, you say. The signal is allowing it to reform, Quantum explains. You must disable it more completely. The monster charges again. You run toward it. Running in the mech-suit feels strange at first, but the suit honestly does most of the work. The legs pump powerfully, the ground thuds beneath you, and you leap. The boosters on your back flare for a second, launching you higher than expected. You slam into the monster's shoulder first. Both of you crash into a pile of old tires. You roll, push yourself up, and grab one of the monster's pipe arms with both hands. The suit's strength surges. You pull, and the arm rips free in a shower of wires and bolts. The monster smacks you with its other arm. You fly backward and land hard on your back, only somehow it doesn't hurt at all. Damage minimal, Quantum says. You groan and push yourself up. The creature is already rebuilding its arm. Quantum, I don't think punching is working fast enough. I agree. Freeze Ray is now online. A panel opens on your right arm. A glowing blue emitter slides forward. You lift your arm and a crosshair appears in your helmet display. Try to aim for the center of the mass, Quantum says. You point at the garbage creature and pull the trigger mentally. A brilliant blue beam blasts from your arm. It hits the monster in the chest, and frost spreads across the garbage. The monster slows. You fire again, sweeping the beam down across its legs. ice crawls over the metal and plastic, freezing the creature to the ground. It strains against the ice. Garbage creaks and cracks. Now, Quantum says. You pull your mech fist back, run at the creature, and punch as hard as you can. Your fist slams into the frozen garbage monster. For a second, not much happens, and then, well, the creature shatters. Frozen trash bursts outward in every direction. Chunks of metal, plastic, rubber, and ice shatter and scatter across the dump. The purple-green glow flickers once and then disappears. Everything goes quiet. You stand there in the exosuit, breathing hard, even though the suit did most of the work. I think we did it, you say. Yes, Quantum replies. The physical construct has been disabled. Warning, warning. Your smile disappears. What is it? External intrusion detected. Symbols flash across your helmet display. The starship's lights flicker. Quantum's face appears in the corner of your screen, but it's sort of glitching. Quantum? Something is attempting to access my system. You feel your stomach tighten. The garbage monster? No, the garbage monster was only a tool. The signal is still active. The purple-green light flickers again across the ground, then across the starship. Can you stop it? I am blocking the intrusion, Quantum says. However, the signal is strong. It appears to be transmitting from orbit. You look up through the helmet visor. Far above in the blue sky, a tiny dark shape moves slowly across the sunlight. A satellite, you ask? Correct. It is amplifying and producing the signal. What happens if it works and hacks into you? That would be bad, Quantum answers. Okay. Well, I guess we have to stop it then. You run over towards the starship and jump up in the air, activating the booster rockets and landing in the little bay. The exosuit opens up and you quickly climb out. You race towards the pilot's seat and drop inside. All right, let's go. Head straight for the satellite, I guess, you order. The starship lifts off and blasts straight up towards the sky. The abandoned dump drops away beneath you as you take control of the steering wheel, aiming straight up towards where you last saw the little black dot far off in space. Clouds rush past, the blue sky darkens, and stars appear. Soon, you find yourself in space. Quantum highlights the satellite on the main screen. It doesn't look like a normal satellite. It's dark with broken panels and strange purple-green circuitry glowing through it. Bits of metal and junk cling to its side as if it's been infected or, well, pulled together out of garbage. It looks kind of corrupted or something, you say. That is an accurate description. A beam flashes from the satellite. The starship shakes as the shields light up. Signal strength increasing, Quantum says, struggling. Well, what weapons do we have to take it out or whatever? I have connected the ship's freeze cannon. Of course you have. You love freeze cannons, don't you? A targeting display appears. You grab the controls, line up the crosshairs, and fire. The crosshairs turn blue, and a massive beam of icy blue energy blasts from the front of the starship and strikes the satellite. Ice spreads across its panels. It begins to sort of flicker. I suggest we now use the disruptor cannon, Quantum says, and a different cannon pops out of the side of the ship. The crosshairs turn red. You aim at the frozen mass, pull the trigger, and a beam of red energy shoots from the ship, blasts into the frozen satellite, and breaks it apart into thousands and thousands of pieces. I believe the signal has dissipated. Good work. I suggest we collect the broken pieces so they don't cause problems down on Earth. A cone of energy reaches out from the starship and begins pulling in the frozen satellite pieces. Just like the garbage does, they break down as they enter into little shimmering particles before flowing into the storage tanks. What exactly was that? You ask Quantum. That is currently unknown. I believe another entity, something smart and powerful like myself, was attempting to disrupt our plans. I believe we should return home for the time being. You press forward on the throttle, turn the ship around, and blast down towards the Earth. Soon, the darkness around you is replaced by a bright blue light. You pass through the Earth's atmosphere, down below the clouds, and fly at incredible speed back towards your home. When you see a familiar sight, the surroundings of your own house, you switch it into hover mode. You gently lower the ship down beside your home, and the hatch opens up. The ship lowers inside, the hatch closes over top, and you land with a small hiss and a gentle thunk. The back hatch opens up, and you step outside. Immediately, helper bots begin, repairing anything that might have gone wrong with the ship. I will need to analyze this information. I suggest you get some sleep. Okay, you say. You head back for the bottom of the slide. You step up on it, sit down, and a little platform appears below your feet, pushing you back up the slide, around the little loops, and into the center of your bedroom. You step off of the little hatch. The bed slides back in place, and you climb inside it. You pull the covers up to your chin, close your eyes, and you begin to just let the tension in your muscles drift away. You start by letting go of any tension in your arms, any tension in your legs, and with each breath you sink down deeper and deeper into the mattress, and your mind begins to wander off to thoughts of new dreams, new adventures, and new things to print in the future. Good night, everyone.